Welcome all. Today we are going to start with our ninth lesson, that is heat. Earlier we have already studied 8 lessons, so we are going to proceed with this lesson. What are the causes of what you see happening in the pictures below? They have asked you the causes which are related to that pictures. So we are going to look after it. You can see that the milk which is boiling, later it is just spilling out. You can see that the boy, he has kept the thermometer in his mouth. You can see in the next one, ice cubes are present in a particular glass, and later you can see the droplets are coming out. You can see few men are sitting together and they are taking the warmth of that fire, bonfire. You can see that the buffalo is taking bath in that water. So what can you think, or what can you tell out of this? Normally, why that men are sitting together? Yes, they are sitting together and they are taking that warm. Why? Because they are feeling cold. So if you want to prevent ourselves from cold, we are taking heat. Okay, now when you are having temperature or when you are falling sick, your body temperature rises, and that's why you take or you use a thermometer to understand how much degree Celsius your temperature is. Then the milk which is spoiling, the milk which is spilling out, it is just because of the excessive heat which you are giving to it. So we are going to study about this heat in this lesson. Rub your palms against each other and put them on your cheek. Palms means what? Just rub your hands on each other and later after some time just put them on your cheeks. You will feel that there is some warmth. थोड़ा सा तुम्हाला गरम लागेल. You come to know, or we come to know, some properties of heat energy from the examples in the picture and the above activity. So these are the examples of heat energy. In this particular process, heat is being released outside, and these are the examples of it. The sun's heat has many effects and uses. Normally you are knowing that sun is the one because of which we all are surviving. If sun is not present, then our life also will be not complete. We are supposed to be declared as dead. Why? Because there will be no light, many diseases will pass. There will be no food production by plants itself, and finally the life on the earth is going to come to an end. So the sun's heat has many effects also, and there are uses also. Sun heat, if you prolong, if you remain out in sun heat, then it can be dangerous for your skin also. So there are effects also and there are uses also. Both terms are here. How does the solar heat reaches the earth? We are knowing the atmosphere, air is the medium of this transfer of heat. Now basically if you see that atmosphere is covered by totally to the earth's surface. If you see the earth, atmosphere is what? It is an envelope of air, and atmosphere consists of 5 layers again. So they are the medium which passes on this heat towards the or near the surface of the earth. Where does the heat go later? The moisture in the air cools due to the ice cubes in the glass and collects on outside of the glass. Normally when we are knowing that what actually happens when you are taking the ice cube in the glasses. Ice cube in the glasses, normally they are in solid state, and we are knowing that heat or the surrounding temperature is hot, or it is room temperature. The temperature is somewhere about 35 degrees Celsius, if you consider, about 28 degrees Celsius. And basically what will happen, that room temperature will result on that ice cube, and that ice cube and evaporation is continuously going on, and these water droplets which are there, because of condensation, they are going to get collected near the glass. A thermometer is used to measure the temperature of a substance. We have already studied the changes in the state of matter because of it. If it is solid, you can heat it and bring out into a liquid. If it is solid, because of sublimation, it will get converted into gaseous state also. So these concepts which we are knowing already in 6th standard. So the transfer of heat, we are going to study this concept, that is the transfer of heat. Why does the halwai wrap up the cloth around the end of the slotted spoon which while stirring the boiled milk or boiling milk in the large kadai. If you have seen any time or during a particularly wedding places, the one who are preparing or cooking the food, if you have observed the spoons which they are using, there are large big utensils, and the spoons which they are using, they are also big, and that spoons are made up of metal, and metal is a good conductor of heat. What does the metal do? Metal passes the heat from one end to another end, and that is why the heat which is present while stirring can get passed through your hand, and it can come near to your hands, and it will burn your hands better than they are tying a cloth, and because of that your hands can remain safe. So when we take a hot object in the vicinity of the cold one, vicinity means near to the surface of the cold one, the cold objects become warm and hot ones become cooler. What happens when we are bringing an hot object and cold object together or near to each other? The hot one starts becoming warm, little it goes on it slowly, cold becomes warm and hot one starts cooling down. From this we can infer that heat is transferred from hot body to the cold body. What does the heat do? Heat is getting transferred from a hot body to a cold body. And transfer of heat means flow of heat from one place to another place. Why do we wear woolen clothes in winter? Basically, in winter season the surrounding temperature is cool. It is very cold outside, and your body temperature, and you should get adjusted to that cold temperature. So this woolen clothes helps to regulate the body temperature, and that is the reason we are using it. Okay, now the modes of transfer of heat. First one we are going to see, that is conduction. There are few these are few experiments which we are supposed to do in the laboratory, but right now we cannot do it because we are not present in school. So we are just going to learn from here itself. What they have given over here, in first process they have taken, you can see the tripod is taken, 3 pins are present, or you can say metal strips are present, and pins are also kept on the distance of 2 centimeter. And from one end they have lightened the burner. Burner means what? It is giving out the heat. They are heating one end of that metal strip. Can you tell me that heat is going to remain there only, or it will pass through the whole strip? It will take time, but it will pass from one end to another end. Yes. So from this experiment what you can understand, why that pins are kept, I will tell you. If you keep for 5 minutes, the first pins which are present near that fire, you cannot pick them up. Why? Because they have become hot now. If you see the next pins which are kept aside to it, you can pick up that, but after 10 minutes you cannot pick up that also, because that also have become hot. So what we can understand from this, that heat is getting transferred through metals, and the definition of conduction is what? This experiment is just to tell you the conduction of heat. Conduction of heat means what? Transfer of heat from one place to another is called as conduction. Okay, so what is my conduction? The transfer of heat from the hot part to the cold part is said to be as conduction, or one end to another end. So next experiment we are going to see, that is about convection. What is meant by convection? Okay, I'll just tell you in short. Apparatus, what they have told us to take? A beaker, a potassium permanganate crystals. Normally these potassium permanganate crystals are violet in color. You can clearly see them in this beaker. And burner and water. What they are doing? They are going to heat it. While heating, that middle two parts which are present, they are actually an imagination part. Actually it is not present while heating. So when you are heating that beaker, you can see that the potassium permanganate crystals, they are going upwards. There are layers, there are streams, you can see they are going upwards. So what you can understand from this, that water currents which are present or convection currents which are present, they are going upwards and coming downwards. They are going up and they are coming down, and this process is called as convection of heat. So the convection of heat, in which convection currents are going from downwards to upward parts, or first they are going upwards and then they are coming down, are said to be as convection of heat. So the later part of this lesson I am going to explain in the next part. Okay.